All right, let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. Week 5 picks. We got a short schedule this week. 14 matchups instead of 16 matchups. One good thing about it, I don't have to move the page. Everything that you see, all 14 matchups for week 5. Last week, we fared well. 11, 4, and 1. We had one tie last week. I think y'all know what game that was that ended up in a tie this past week. Packers and Cowboys, 40 piece, a piece in that game. And what a hell of a game it was. 11, 4, and 1 in week 4. Double digits once again. Let's see what we can do for week 5. And we're going to take it right at the top. 49ers and Rams. I think we already heard today that there will be no Brock Purdy in that game. That kind of seals up the pick for me in week 5 going with the Rams. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Cowboys and Jets. Picking the Cowboys this week. Jets are struggling bad, even though they're at home. Don't trust them. Cowboys coming off that high point performance against the Packers. Ended in a tie. I think they're going to keep their hot streak on offense and take down the Jets. They won't need that many points to beat the Jets in week 5. So I will be going with the Cowboys. Raiders and Colts. Bad as I want to pick the Raiders. As bad as I want to pick the Raiders. They're having some bad luck coming out the gate this season. Colts. I just think they're going to hold up at home against the Raiders. Who the Raiders lose to last week? The Raiders lost to the Bears 25-21. But yes, I'm going with the Colts at home against the Raiders. Broncos and Eagles. Taking the Eagles at home against the Broncos. They're still winning games, not playing perfect football. It's plain and simple. They're starting to have a semi-disgruntled wide receiver over there in A.J. Brown. You really can't blame him at this point. Yes, you want to win. Sometimes you sit back and you really think about it for A.J. Brown and you see where he's coming from. Yes, you're winning ball games. You're 4-0. Competing for a Super Bowl once again. Some people will think, why is this guy complaining and they're winning? It's all about winning, right? Yeah, it is, but you also want to participate. You want to participate and you got to understand his legacy is at stake as well. He gets paid off his performance. He gets in the Hall of Fame off his performance. All the accolades, individual accolades, he wants to get those. Yeah, you want to win, but you want to help the team win and you want to produce, especially when you believe you're the best wide receiver in the game. So I understand his point of view on that point. I really do. It took me a while to get it last season and moving forward because I'm thinking, it's easy to say you're winning ball games. Just be quiet. Go win Super Bowls. But individually, you have to look at it. This is livelihood. This is how he gets paid. This is how he gets the recognition to be an all-pro wide receiver, to get in the Hall of Fame one day, to get labeled as the best wide receiver in the game if he has the opportunity to get there. So A.J. Brown, I feel your pain. I feel your pain on it. That's all he wants. He just wants to participate. So I hope they work it out. Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts, the whole team focusing in, trying to get this guy the ball. Early in the ball game will help because it will get him acclimated early. He'll be in his groove. Defense will have to keep an eye on him, and it'll open things up. So I know right now the Eagles are just trying to win games. They don't care how they win them. Running the ball, Jalen Hurts dinking and dunking, scrambling every once in a while, but they're not really pushing the ball down the field. And I don't know, they might be going up depending on who they playing against, opponent to opponent. But when you got a guy like an A.J. Brown on the outside, you have to feature him. You got to give him some balls, even if he's double teamed, even if it seemed like they got him completely covered. Just put it up there for him. Let him go get it. Let him go get it. So I'm vouching for you, AJ Brown. I'm vouching for you. But I'm going with the Eagles at home against the Broncos in week 5. Titans and Cardinals. My, you could flip a coin on this one. Both of these teams is just not exciting. I'm going to go with the Cardinals, but Titans are struggling. Titans haven't won a game yet. Am I correct? Ain't the Titans 0-4? It's bad sledding. It's bad sledding. And at least they got a quarterback that's been there a few years. Seems like he knows what he's doing, but even he's screwing up. So they got to figure it out. But I'm going with the Cardinals in week 5. Lions and Bengals. We already know where I'm going with this one. We already know the whole world is going with on this one. If your money's involved, going with the Lions, playing against the Bengals. Bengals don't look too good. Jamar Chase, you seen him on the sideline. The man is furious right now. Furious. He don't like losing. Did they only muster up 3 points last week? 3 points. That makes Joe Burrow that special, don't it? Team just falls apart when they don't even have their starting quarterback. Got to have a backup plan. Their season about to be a wash. Waiting on Joe Burrow. So I'm taking the Lions in week 5. We're just trying to keep on our double-digit streak. That's it. Don't have to look perfect. Patriots and Bills. Patriots and Bills. Bills at home. You know what? I'm going to go with the Patriots. As a matter of fact, that's going to be my upset of the week. Bills been feeling good. Nobody really expect the Patriots to beat the Bills at home. It can happen. Patriots play almost perfect football. It can happen. And that's going to be the upset of the week. So I'm taking those Patriots against the Bills in week 5. Let's take it at the top. Vikings and Browns. I might have picked those Browns if Shadur Sanders was starting this week. Since Dylan Gabriel is starting, I'm going to pick the Vikings. I think the Vikings going to beat them anyway. I think if Shadur Sanders was playing a quarterback, I would have went out on a limb and said, I'm picking the Browns at home. Fan base going to go crazy. All eyes going to be tuned in. Ratings going to jump sky high to the roof. Everybody will be tuning in on that game if Shadur Sanders will start. But you get a good look at Dylan Gabriel. And it's only a matter of time now, depending on what he does, week to week now. And hopefully they slide in Shadur Sanders, if not close to the end of the season. Because as you know, they got Joe Flacco as the backup. They got Shadur Sanders at third string. Make that make sense to me, please. You had Joe Flacco as the starter. You realized he wasn't it. And then you put him at backup. At backup, why not third string? Basically, you telling everybody that you don't want Shadur Sanders to see this field at all this season. That's basically what they're trying to say. They don't want no controversy whatsoever. They're just playing this little chess game with the public. That's all they're doing. They don't want the fans. They don't want none of his supporters. They don't want anybody to have any hope of Shadur Sanders playing this year. That's exactly why they got him in third string and put Joe Flacco at second. Because if Dylan Brooks don't pan out and something happens, they honestly believe they're just going to slide Joe Flacco right back in the lineup, which will be insane. Insane. But it's okay. He's going to play his little role. I believe he'll get an opportunity. Whether it comes late, last 3 games of the season, however it comes, he will get his opportunity to start this season. But I'm going with the Vikings in week 5 against the Browns. Giants and Saints. Giants, of course. And Malik Neighbors, shouts out to you, get healthy. Unfortunate spill you didn't had to cost the season. Just when you was grooving. Just when you was grooving. Had your young quarterback in you, Jackson Dart. Y'all was having a little chemistry. Could have been an exciting end of the season. Y'all could have picked up a few more games. Now it looks like it's going to be a complete waste, but glad to see Jackson Dart out there, and I believe they're going to beat those Saints in Week 5, and I'm going with the Giants. Dolphins and Panthers. Another guy, Tyreek Hill, get healthy soon. Prayers are with you. It didn't look good. That dislocated knee was something serious. A lot of press and a lot of intensity that you play with on each and every route. And it's unfortunate because a lot of times these players, they will go down. It could be non-contact. Their leg will give out, something. Dislocated, pull something. Sometimes with no contact at all. And that's just a lot of stress they put on their bodies. They put on their muscles. And these guys work out so hard throughout the training camp, off season, getting their bodies right. And it just get pressed to the max, even in the regular season. And sometimes your joints, your limbs, they just give out. And that's exactly what it looked like with a play like that. Pretty much minimal kind of contact that he gets up from 100% of the time. He just didn't on that play, and wishing a speedy recovery. But I will be going with the Dolphins against the Panthers in Week 5. Panthers, they've been playing like some little kittens. So I just don't trust them yet. Might not trust them for the rest of the season. Just don't look good to me. Dolphins in Week 5. Now, folks, I know it's an understanding that Lamar Jackson is a strong possibility he will not be playing in that game because of the hamstring. He could play, he could not play. Most people in Baltimore are leaning towards he's not going to play, but I'm like the Texans. We're going to scout, we're going to game plan like he's going to be out there. They're not going to pull a wool over our eyes and we thinking he's not going to play in this game, and he struts his butt out there, and then we're like, oh, what are we going to do now? No, game planning like Lamar Jackson is in this ball game. Best way to approach it. Plus, the Texans can't afford any surprises anyway. Now, even though the Ravens could be missing Lamar Jackson, I still was going to pick the Texans this week, whether Lamar Jackson was going to be in there or not. Reason why, because I believe the Texans found something. Even though it was against the Titans, I believe they're going to build on what they've done in that game for us offensively. Finally getting a rhythm, getting the ball to their players. They have lessened their penalties. Everything was starting to look like it was on a string a little bit. Look like a professional team. I say they build on that. They're crucial right now. They can't go lose one, win one. They're not in that position. They're going to treat this game almost like a playoff game. They have to go down there in Baltimore and take out the Ravens. No questions asked. You lose this game, beating Tennessee didn't mean nothing. Nothing. You're right back to zero. That's how crucial this game is right here. You have to find a way to pull this game out with Lamar, without Lamar. Plain and simple. You want to get back to respectability some kind of way, and it ain't going to just do it in one game. You got to build off of this win if you get it. But it's a start. And you have to do it in Week 5. And I'm going with the Texans against the Ravens in Week 5, looking to turn around their season. Buccaneers and Seahawks. This one can almost be a toss-up, but I'm going with the Buccaneers. I believe Mike Evans is still out. I'm not sure. Could be back, could be out a few more weeks. I don't know. I haven't looked at their injury report. Buccaneers is not a team I just try to find information on the injury report. It don't make any sense. Unless they're playing the Texans, they're playing the Eagles, somebody of some significance to me, then I'll say, okay, he's out, he's in. But against the Seahawks, I just think the Buccaneers, especially, Mayfield, he's been playing his butt off. He had some bad fortunes a week ago, but he's still rolling. He's still driving his team. They still believe in him, And far as the Seahawks, a lot of new players. Just haven't trusted them really too much since Geno left, Carroll left. We can go back to a Legion of Boom and all of that time. That's when everybody was really heavy on those Seahawks and really believed in those Seahawks. You knew what you was getting each week. And that defense was leaning on it heavy. I just believe the Buccaneers are too far ahead, improved than the Seahawks. Their eyes is on a bigger picture. Actually getting to the dance. They're that good for plenty of seasons now. And I just believe they're going to take down the Seahawks and Seattle. So I'm going with the Buccaneers in week 5. Commanders and Chargers. Jaden Daniels, he's still out? Is he still out? It really doesn't matter. I could easily pick the Chargers. But they've been struggling. At least at Herbert, he's been struggling. He cannot resort back. He can't resort back. He's supposed to be right in the sweepstakes with the other quarterbacks, the Josh Allens, Lamar Jacksons, all of those guys, Joe Burrows, Jalen Hurts, right? He's supposed to be right in there with that group. Started out good. Now the cheese is starting to melt off the cracker. And he's going to have to get that big block of rat cheese right back on that cracker and hold up strong and finish this season. Can he do it? I don't think he's going to do it in week 5. That's why I'm picking the Commanders. And that's that. All right. Last one. Chiefs and Jaguars. Monday night. Wouldn't it be lovely? Or would it? Depending on what side you're on, right? Wouldn't it be lovely if the Jaguars could take down the Kansas City Chiefs? But I'm going to tell you one thing, these Kansas City Chiefs, they rolling now. Getting their players back, slowly but surely. Starting to look like themselves. You're going to get their best here on out. Okay? They're looking like the Chiefs now. And I don't believe the Jaguars are going to get them. Even though the Jaguars at home, I don't believe the Jaguars are going to get these Chiefs. Their eyes are wide open right now. And they're going to get it. They're going to get it. I'm going with the Chiefs this week against the Jaguars in week 5. No doubt about it. But I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful. But it's the Chiefs. Take a look at it. We've been hitting double digits multiple times on our picks. Been looking good coming out of the gate in week 5. I'm looking to keep it going. Take a good look at it. And far as my upset of the week, really that's the only one I could have picked for an upset. The Patriots and the Bills. When you look at the rest of these matchups on the board, which other matchup could you say would be an upset if another team had won? You really don't see it here. I mean, could you call the Chiefs and the Jaguars an upset if the Jaguars beat the Chiefs? I don't know. That's the only one you probably could look at, right? So y'all enjoy y'all weary Wednesday / terrific Thursday. Thanks for y'all time once again. The picks are done. G.S.Q.H, Goodymo Sports Quick Hits. Weekend's approaching. Y'all be safe. And we out of here. Good luck. Peace.